And is Commissioner Hahn in the room?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. Well, then that means that the entire gang has assembled, and it is now noon, and we can call to order the agenda meeting for July 20th, 2023. Want to remind everybody that is listening online to please mute your phone unless you need to speak so that everyone can hear and there's no feedback. There are 4 tariffs and new orders and a case discussion and so 2 others discussions on the agenda today. But before we do that, we must approve the minutes from the July 12th, 2023 agenda. I know those have been distributed in advance. Commissioners, do you have any changes or questions or corrections to those minutes? All right, hearing none, then I move that we approve those minutes from July 12th, 2023 agenda. All those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
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 And all opposed? And those are approved by a vote of 5-0. All right, jumping right on into our tariffs and new orders. First up today is file number TO-2024-0003. This is in the matter of Relay Missouri Advisory Committee's appointment of a new member. So on July 10th, the staff of the Missouri Commission filed a motion asking the commission to approve the appointment of a new member and to approve a new chair of the Relay Missouri Advisory Committee. The Relay Missouri Advisory Committee has voted to appoint Kathleen Sinks as a representative for the speech pathologist and audiologist position as a term limited member, and then James Frost as the chairman of the committee. This order approves those requested appointments, and I would recommend that we approve that order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order and I thank them for their service.
Yes, and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I also support the order.
And Commissioner Hahn.
Also in support and thankful that they're willing to serve. So very thankful for their service.
Yes, I want to echo those comments as well. Great. All those in favor of approving that order, version number 1, please say aye.
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 Aye. And that is approved by a vote of 5-0. Next up is file number WC-2023-0273. Cindy Nealon, the complainant, versus Missouri American Water Company, the respondent. So on June 30th, the parties to this case filed a proposed procedural schedule as well as certain proposed procedures. And after reviewing the proposed procedural schedule, the commission has decided that the schedule proposed by staff is reasonable and it should be adopted. And the procedures should be adopted with the changes that are shown within the order. And I would recommend that we approve this order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of this order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I'm also in support.
And Commissioner Hahn.
Also in support.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that order, version number 1, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That is approved by a vote of 5-0. Next up is file number GC 2023-0143. This was Structural Gas Systems, Inc. complainant versus Spire, Missouri, Inc., DBA Spire, as the respondent. So this report and order denies Structural Gas Systems' claim that it did not use the amount of natural gas from November 24th, 2021 to April 12th, 2022 that Spire rebilled for in the amount of $7,822.66. Spire's recovery funds from Structural Glass Systems due to its underbilling during the period not provided for in its tariff from November 24th, 2021 to April 12th, 2022 shall be no greater than the calculation of service provided from November 24th, 2021 to February 9th, 2022. I know this is a case discussion we had a while back, and this echoes what the commission's requests were. And I would recommend that we approve this order, version number 4. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Hahn.
Also in support.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that order, version number 4, please say aye.
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 That is approved by a vote of 5-0. Next up is file number EE 2023-0409 in the matter of the Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri, and their request for a variance regarding its renewable energy standard compliance. So back on June 1st, Ameren, Missouri filed an application for a variance regarding the Commission's renewable energy standard, or the RES rule as it's known. Ameren, Missouri requests a variance from the Commission Rule 20 CSR 4240-20.100, subsection 8, subsection A1. And they also requested a variance from the same section, but subsection A, subsection 8, subsection 1J. So the staff of the commission filed this recommendation on June 30th, stating that the commission should grant the variance for the third-party rec purchases, but deny the variance for the reporting on customer-owned systems, stating that Ameren, Missouri provided the required information under the rule for certified systems and therefore does not need a variance. No party has responded to staff's recommendation, so therefore this order will approve Ameren, Missouri's request for a variance from the Commission Rules 20 CSR 4240-20.100, subsection 8, subsection A1, and then deny its request for variance from that same section, subsection 8, subsection A, subsection 1.J, which was recommended by staff. And I recommend that we approve this order, version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
And Commissioner Hahn.
Also in support.
Great. All those in favor of supporting that order, version number 2, please say aye.
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 That is approved by a vote of 5-0. So that finishes up our reports and orders. Case discussion. Judge Clark, we got GR 2021-0127. This is Spire, Missouri, Inc. This is our pre-hearing discussion. We got the evidentiary hearing coming up on the July 25th, 26th, and this will address Spire's actual cost adjustment, or the ACA, including Spire STL pipeline transaction costs for Spire, Missouri, which have occurred from October 1 of 2019 through September 30th of 2020. And the commission's question before it is we will decide if and what adjustments are necessary. So Judge, do you have anything for us?
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. You actually said most of what I was going to say. What I will say is that the parties, this hearing, which is occurring next Tuesday and Wednesday, is a 5-witness hearing. The parties were unable to agree on issues, so the issues may appear to be similar in nature, but their disagreement as to what the issues are is primarily one of what the scope of this ACA proceeding is.
So it's setting it up for an interesting conversation.
Correct.
I have no questions of the judge. Commissioners, do you have any questions or things for the judge? All right, Judge Clark, I appreciate it. And it looks like we'll be seeing you on the 25th.
Thank you so much, Chairman.
Great, thank you. Some other discussion is we have our publications list, which is January, February, and March of 2023. Judge DePel?
These are just the orders that I'm recommending be published in the Commission's CSC reports. It's the 3 months that you mentioned, and the recommendations are the ones that were highlighted. And I just need a vote to go forward with that for publication unless someone has an amendment.
Okay. I have reviewed them, and I think you selected good ones that would represent the work, and I have no amendments. But commissioners, does anyone else have any amendments or comments or changes you want to bring forward? All right, Judge, sounds like you picked the winners, and so we'll go ahead. I'll make the motion that we approve the publication list for January, February, and March of 2023 outlined by Judge DePel for publication. All those in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Great. Judge, looks like that is passed by 5-0, and you can proceed. Thank you very much. And next up on our other discussion is, oh, that's right, it's PSC history time. So glad that this has made it onto the official discussion list. And I believe after last installment, our office has decided to take a crack at it following the great work that has been done by all the other presenters. And Alex and my office has done a phenomenal job of bringing us some information about Leah Brock McCartney, who served on the Public Service Commission from 1977 to 1983. So Leah Brock McCartney, she was born in Ellisville, Mississippi in 1911. Then in 1938, she graduated from Lincoln University here in Jefferson City, Missouri, with a BS in education, and then spent years working as a teacher. She enrolled in Washington, D.C.'s National University School of Law in 1951, graduating with an LLB degree, which was a Bachelor of Laws, which I think was like the law degree that you could get back then, doing extremely well with her grades. And she had now a law degree in the United States. National University merged with George Washington University in the summer of 1954, which became the National Law Center at the George Washington University. So therefore, that made Leah Brock McCartney, when she graduated in November 1954, as part of the first post-merger graduating class, and she was the first Black alumnus of the George Washington University. And after earning her law degree, she embarked on an illustrious career in Missouri. She worked as a tax attorney for the IRS, and an attorney and advisor for the Treasury Department, and the director of the Legal Aid Society in St. Louis, and was a trustee of the University City Public Library. And Judge McCartney was the first woman municipal judge of record in the state of Missouri, and she was also the first woman to sit on the bench by either appointment or election. And then in 1977, she was nominated and then confirmed as the first African-American member of the Missouri Public Service Commission. And she served in this role until 1983. And then in 1983, the Missouri Senate passed a resolution in her honor, recognizing her for her service to the state of Missouri and her place in history as the first Black woman graduate from George Washington University. I thought that was pretty darn fascinating.
Very.
So Alex, great job on great pick on finding. We've had some very interesting people that have served on the commission in our past, and I appreciate Ms. McCartney's service, obviously posthumously, since she was born in 1911. I don't think she's with us anymore, or at least I hope she's not, because that would be miserable being 124 years old. But that is amazing that she was already a trailblazer and that she served on our commission. So before we jump into scheduling, commissioners, is there anything else that you want to add or anything before we hop into scheduling? All right, so let's dive right into our scheduling. And we have our proposed rulemaking hearing in AX 2023-0175. That is today. That was OPC and staff's proposed rulemaking to promulgate a rule regarding the residential customer disconnection data reporting rule. And Tuesday, the 25th, as we mentioned, running through Wednesday, the 26th of July, we have an evidentiary hearing in GR 2021-0127. That is Spire Inc.'s purchased gas adjustment tariff that we just discussed with Judge Clark. That begins at 9 a.m. in room 310 at the commission headquarters in Jefferson City. Then on Wednesday, the 26th, we have agenda at 10:15. On Wednesday, August 2nd, we have agenda at 10:15. We have agenda Wednesday, August 9th at 10:15. And we have Thursday, August 10th through Friday, August 11th. We have an evidentiary hearing in WR 2023-0006. That is the Confluence Rivers Utility Operating Company, Inc.'s request for authority to implement a general rate increase for water and sewer services. And that will be at 9 a.m. at the governor's office building in Jefferson City, our headquarters, room 310. And I believe we had some informal discussions last week about possibly moving that Wednesday, the 9th agenda to Wednesday, the 10th, and then having it during the break. So I think we'll follow up with that and maybe adjust that accordingly. Then also on Tuesday, August 15th, running through Thursday, August 17th, we have the evidentiary hearing in WR 2023-0006, and that is the Confluence Rivers utility request to implement same rate case that I had just mentioned above, but there's a break in between the dates. And that'll also be on the 15th to the 17th. Governor's Office Building, room 310, again at 9 a.m. Then on Thursday, the 17th at 10:15, and Wednesday, the 23rd, our agenda is at 10:15. Is there any other changes or requests or anything on the schedule, commissioners? All right. Well, I appreciate everybody's attention and time today and participation. And seeing no further business before the Missouri Public Service Commission, I will move that we stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Thank you,
Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.